everybody, and welcome to the all-new OMG. I'm Luke Brown. Our top stories today: Modern Warfare 2 serves 1 billion, Zelda's got a brand new bag, and John Cooper stops in with a special report on Pokemons. But first, a quick glimpse at this week's less important headlines. This week, Activision head Bobby Kotick proclaimed, "Our Spider-Man games have sucked for the last 5 years." In a related story, developer Treyarch was found dead under a bus this morning. Netflix has announced their streaming service will be available on the Nintendo Wii later this spring, prompting thousands of nursing homes to sign up for an account to give the elderly instant access to Matlock Season 6. Surprising nobody but me, Sony's motion controller, rumoredly dubbed the Arc, saw its release pushed back until the fall of 2010. When notified that this was the same release window for Microsoft's Project Natal, Kaz Hirai started stamping his feet, crying, "But this was supposed to be the year of the PlayStation!" He then locked himself in his room with a case of Rocky Road ice cream and a copy of How Stella Got Her Groove Back. And now, today's important news. Modern Warfare 2 has surpassed $1 billion in sales, trailing only Avatar as 2009's top-grossing entertainment properties. What's surprising is just how much both have in common. In Modern Warfare 2, you start as a member of the military machine, a man who's just following orders, until you're betrayed by your commanding officer, Lance Henriksen. In Avatar, Jake Sully just follows orders, till he falls in love with the Na'vi sexpot Neytiri and is betrayed by his commanding officer, Arlie Ermey's retarded brother. Modern Warfare 2's climax has you traveling back in time to stop Edward Furlong from ever starring in another movie after Terminator 2, while Avatar features Michelle Rodriguez and Adam Ant Warpaint. Those of you who played the Activision game and watched the James Cameron movie can easily draw the parallels of the mission No Russian and the sequence from the movie where the guy from Grandma's Boy looks like he's going to punch a cripple, but doesn't, condemning him to a life of being known as a bitch on the streets. Looking at how much these properties have in common, it's easy to see how they've been able to make so much money. This week, Reggie Fils-Aimé stated that the new Zelda game teased at last year's E3 wouldn't be released until it was perfect. Here with some insightful commentary is our chief Nintendo correspondent, Dominic Moschitti.
Thanks, Luke. Well, I think Reggie might have spilled the beans on this one.
What do you mean?
Well, let's look at the quote, shall we? Reggie said that the next Zelda will be out when it's perfect. Now, quick, what comes to your mind when you think of perfect? That's right. Kurt Hennig, a.k.a. Mr. Perfect, a WWF wrestler during the 80s and 90s who had luscious blonde hair and who's remembered in the Macho Man Randy Savage rap song, Perfect Friend. I believe we have a clip.
No, we don't.
That's a good song. Anyway, I've deduced that Link will be appearing in the next WWE SmackDown title as a special character.
That's borderline retarded.
Glad I could help.
Oh, that was certainly enlightening. Now, with a special look at the new Pokemon, John Cooper.
In just 2 months, Nintendo will be releasing 2 more sequels to its wildly popular Pokemon series, entitled Heart Gold and Soul Silver. With it will come this, the Pokewalker, which will track players' exercise in order to earn them watts, which can be traded in the game for more Pokemans and new items. I've been giving a prototype of this new Pokewalker to see how it changes my life over the course of the next few days. As you can see, I've quickly become addicted to this fad of running in order to gain new items for my Pokemans. I found that I not only wanted to catch all of the Pokemon, but all of the exercise. If my calculations are correct, which I'm pretty sure they are, if I continue to jog like this, like I have for the past 14 hours, I should unlock some wild, exotic new Pokemans. My arm is tingling, which I don't know if that's normal. Is it?
Well, thanks for that. And now joining us in the studio is Coop. Coop, how's the Pokewalker going?
Thanks, Luke. I've actually been asked by Nintendo to turn in my Pokewalker due to the health risks involved. Apparently, I've had a few heart attacks in the last few days.
Maybe you should sit down.
Legally, I can't use it or anything. Legally. But if I run for a few more hours, I'll get a shiny Dialga.
All right.
We still have that treadmill in the back? I think we do.
Now, to bring you a look at next week's forecast, I'll send you over to our chief meteorological expert, Dominic. Tom?
Thanks, Luke. Next week's going to be pretty interesting. We've got an obscure front of Tetsunoku coming in that's probably going to merge with this Capcom storm that's been hanging out for the past few months. there's potential for massive action there, so be on the lookout. And you'll want to watch out for Mass Effect 2, because if you don't, you might find yourself on the wrong end of a Blood Bowl.
What a riveting piece of weather reporting there. Well, that'll do for this week. Be sure to tune in next time when our guest will be your mother and we'll teach her the Dutch rudder. Good night.